On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First run now for Kyron Williams. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Next receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You talk about this Bengals defense. And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. This defense for the Steelers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people, because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers, because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Another run for Gibbs here. To about the 40-yard line. The Bengals at 7-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Now they'll audible to something else.
18 Cardinal.
Doolin, the man in motion. Gibbs straight ahead. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Let's go now. Hurt. 18 rattle. 19 tight. Hook.
Daniels looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You look at this Steeler defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
Stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
60 Eagles, 79 Broncos, 19 Lions. Cut 19, rig alert. 60 Maverick.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs, who's brought down by Nick Needham. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcat. Dragon 60. Panther 11. Set go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds says the side judge incomplete. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here we go now on first and goal.
That's another Bengals first down. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the Steelers' 9-yard line.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
Hey, report.
To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
Middle. Outside, sit up. My lane. You change it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Here's Jackson. Rolling to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
70 range. Unlock Ryan. Warrior 70. Say, hey. Mustang 19.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Chap 60. 18 rapid. 18. 19 tight. 79 Bronco. Ready.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. And that is taken in by Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Check smash. Cup 19. Hut.
To throw is Daniels. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
That's good for the Cincinnati Bengals. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Now Daniels. Throw right side, pulled in by Higgins. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. T. Higgins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Here's one deep for Pickens, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Jackson. And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Garendo on 1st down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Another try for Garendo. And maybe shades of the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll try the middle with Garendo. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give them a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Gay's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80. Hurt, hurt. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Hut.
Here's Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know, and we've seen it because we've been at a lot of practices. It's not something that's practiced very often. You know, in that situation, you don't see guys really working on it. Maybe like we're bringing the rugby guys in to help us with tackling. Maybe we ask them to help us with the laterals as well.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
He'll return it from the 6. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Second down and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
To the air goes Daniels.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Steelers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson.
But looking deep here for Flowers.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They'll break the huddle, sending 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, 2nd and 7. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Daniels.
And that's going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin. And he's going to be touched down short of a first. And it's 4th down coming up.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On the return, Hardy.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return.
And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Jackson.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
A give running left now, Garindo.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Second and 15. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in for the Cincinnati score.
Christian Watson,
52 yards.
and the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good spot to throw, and indeed they'll come out with 4 wide receivers here on 2nd and inches.
On the give, it's Garindo.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up first downs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's go,
Handoff here, Guerrero.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Operating from the gun, Daniels, flushed out right. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. 3 quarters in the books. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
70 Lion.
In motion goes the tight end.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
That's good for a Cincinnati Bengals.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it. Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Buying time to his left. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Touchdown, Bengals! David Njoku from 19 yards away.
And the Bengals look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played.
And always sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Forced out to his left. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 9 yards on the keeper there, but it's still going to leave him with a 3rd and 1. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
And this one complete to Doolin.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up second down.
On to give. Here's Gibbs.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Handoff now to Gibbs.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was